Welcome back, everyone. It is season 2 of the Reality Showgirls.
Welcome back.
Welcome home. And we're your hosts. We're your hostess with the mostest. It's Whitney and it's Eleni.
It's me.
And
It's
together, we're the Reality Showgirls.
We're really doing well right now to start this off.
That was such a clear exposition.
You did great.
And Lulu.
Let's not talk about Lulu.
Okay.
I'm on bad terms with her. Lulu is the cat in our home, if you don't know.
The cat that just wandered in.
Yeah, I didn't invite her in.
I
that's
actually
for sure.
gave birth to her. Happy New Year, everyone. It's 2025.
Happy New Year, 2025. Can you believe it?
It's the first episode of 2025. There goes the sirens.
Mhm.
We have new mics. We have a new mindset. We are refreshed. We're ready to go.
I don't know if I'm refreshed.
I don't know.
I'll
I'm
be
actually
so
feeling
real.
really tired right
I'm
now.
so tired. Like,
We're doing a late night recording again.
yeah. But, you know, we have plenty of things we want to talk about today.
So many things.
But before we get into that, we got to go over our little housekeeping first. If you're listening to the podcast, that means you love us, right? Or
Right?
you're going to very soon. As soon as this episode ends, you're going to be like, wow, these gals are something
These
else.
girls are something else.
And you're
I
going to
love
want
this
to...
podcast.
You're going to want to say that. And then you're going to want to hit like, subscribe, and leave us a comment down below on YouTube. You can, I believe,
5
share
stars.
your thoughts on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, wherever you like to do your listening. Leave us a review.
Yeah, you can leave a review, guys.
Yes, and then share us on Instagram. We are at Reality Showgirls on Instagram and TikTok, which is a dying art form.
You know
so
what?
soon.
Our Insta's really, like, unfortunately, little weak. Our TikTok is actually
Instagram
excellent.
It's hard to break into.
I swear, when you like buy into the things that they like promote, it
Oh,
just
yeah.
does. Yeah,
You have to
we
make-
should
pay
probably
money.
invest. Why can't we just be viral?
Hey, maybe let us know if we started like a Patreon or something like that, where you just donated $1 to listen to us. That's all you need to start off with. There's another great podcast that I listen to.
for the poor.
Yes.
$1, please.
A podcast that I used to listen to for Grey's Anatomy.
I'm so sorry. What'd you just
The
say?
On Call Room. Take a listen if you guys love Grey's Anatomy.
Whoa.
They have a Patreon, and you can literally donate as little as $1. And then there's like different tiers. So would you guys be into that to help us out so that we can grow?
I think they would. Kevin can't wait.
Kevin, give us all your money. Be our producer. Anyway, point
Anyways.
is, do all those things if you love us, and hopefully we will grow and be able to just make revenue without...
I can't wait to see what happens in season 3. We've been through a lot this.
We got to get through season 2 first. What do you mean?
I know. I'm just saying, like, next year, I wonder what's...
Well, where will...
where...
Wow.
yeah.
Where
Why
will
can't
we?
I say it now?
Where will be?
Where will we? I cannot speak. Okay.
My God, if something doesn't change, we're going to have issues.
Well, I can't speak. Yeah, so we
boy.
will. The only show we're actually like really covering today is Traitors. First 3 episodes did drop
Last night.
last night. We're recording this on a Friday night. It drops every Thursday. I think that's how they're gonna do it on Peacock. So it's 3 episodes every Thursday.
I think it's just 1 episode from here out. They just did 3
Okay.
to start the season.
They did 3 to start a season, and then we'll have 1 every single time.
Yeah.
So we'll be going over that. We have some ins and outs,
Um,
some resolutions, some shows we've seen, some celebrity gossip. We got,
We have so much we're going to get into, guys.
we-
So strap in, get ready,
Yeah.
because it's about to go down. Also, just so you know,
yes.
we will soon be covering Love Island All-Stars. That is
Yes.
coming to Peacock, I believe, on January 15th. The Bachelor is going to start on January 27th.
Grant
and
Ellis?
then Love is Blind will be starting on February 14th. So we'll be
Lord.
rocking and rolling. Plus, RuPaul's Drag Race is also, it just started.
It's
I
happening.
watched the first episode. You kind of tuned in a little
I
bit.
actually did watch most of it. Yeah.
So we might just
There's
bring up
updates
a
on
thing or
that.
two
There's
with that.
updates on
I haven't the latest episode is out right now, actually.
Mm.
So I'll have to watch tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into we're here with the
Everything.
new year. We have how are we
I don't know.
feeling?
I
What
don't
do
know
we
I'm
what do we
feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling.
want
I
for
don't-
this new year? You know, everyone's doing this whole ins and outs thing for the new year. And I'll be honest, I can't think of a list of things that I want in or out.
I don't know if there's a list. I think it's just a
It's
feeling.
more of a vibe that I have of what I want to be in and what things and what needs to be left out the door.
Yeah, I think I have a feeling I'm gonna be single this whole year.
Why would you put that? Well, maybe you need that.
I think I do. I don't think I've ever been single for a full year.
Join the club. Okay.
Like, genuinely just, like, not talking to someone, not doing anything for a full year.
And to flip side of that, I feel like it's time
Yeah.
for me to actually be in a relationship. Whether that's
Yeah.
even just a situationship, it's time.
Mm.
It's time. Because I've been on the market single for 2 years.
Mhm. So I don't know. I just feel like this year we'll see. We'll just
Of
see. Like, I
course, you
don't
never
like,
know what will
of course
come.
I say that and I feel like something's gonna happen, so I don't wanna like say it's gonna happen, but like I just have this strong feeling that this year I'm going to I I've already kind of created it because I haven't, obviously the breakup happened in June and it's been 6 months and I haven't really done much on that front.
And that's okay.
But in other news, I did get my equity card, guys. That's kind of some breaking news.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But I think this year's it's time. It's time for me to book something. It's
So what
time.
would you say your in is in regards to all of that?
Oh, I don't know. My in is I'm not gonna wait at these auditions. I'm not gonna be at Ripley Greer at 10 PM. My in is that I'm gonna go in for my appointment and then I'm gonna leave and go about my day.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because I'm not gonna be a slave to these audition rooms.
So you mean
Gone are the days that you sit at Ripley or Pearl for 5 hours, 4 hours and not get seen.
so your in is we're
Auditioning and
not
being seen.
waiting. We
My
are not
in,
waiting anymore.
I'm
We
not
are
waiting.
being active.
The out is I'm not waiting. The in is that I'm making appointments. I'm scheduling things. I'll be scheduling meetings. I'll be scheduling my meetings. I'll be scheduling my audition. It's on the calendar.
We love that.
Put it in your calendar. That's your in. Schedule your calendar. I'm so tired of people being like, I don't know. Get your phone out and put it in your phone. Put it in. Even social events. Shout out to Kayla. She puts all of her social events in her calendar as well.
You don't do that?
Sometimes I only did work stuff. But like I'll be like dinner with blah blah blah. It's someone's birthday. Like I now have done whole life. If I have to text someone, text Casey at 5 PM. It's in my calendar.
Oh, I mean, I've
You've
been
been doing that?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I haven't.
because I forget everything, so I
Okay.
have to put everything down.
Yeah, yeah. Or I'll set a reminder on my phone.
Yeah,
I use the reminder app.
reminder app, I'd be
What would we
lost.
do? What
I'd
was
be
I do?
lost.
I was literally thinking, I was like, what was I doing before the reminder app?
I don't know.
Not being reminded and forgetting. Gone are the days that we forget things. Guys, it's an organized year. We need to sit down, put it in your planner, get a journal, write it out, feel it out.
Yeah,
That's my big in, I feel like.
that's
That's my
great.
big
Mhm.
in. Because I feel like last year I was just trying to be like, I just want to get back into the community. I want to go back to dance class. But you know what? I've been consistently going to class. I've been doing
You
my voice
have.
lessons. Like, so now
Here we go.
it's just going and doing stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say, like, my in it's, like, kind of in that vein, but just I think, like, overall, it has to be, like, just shoot your shot. You know what I mean?
Shoot your shot everywhere.
Shoot your shot, whether that be in the workplace,
Yes.
in the love place,
In the love arena.
in the love arena. It's
The
definitely a
arena.
fight for
The
sure.
arena of love, as
Okay.
some will say.
Just shoot your shot, go after what you want, and don't be afraid. Also, my in
Mm,
is to, well, I guess my out would be stop.
mhm.
Stop feeling like your voice isn't important
Mm,
because I have a tendency to just be like, oh, it's fine. Like,
yeah,
what I think doesn't matter, but it
it
matters. It
does.
matters.
I'm always,
You
I'm,
matter,
you
everyone.
matter. Yeah, I'm always being like, okay. And Whitney, what do you think? What's your opinion on it? Growing up, did your family like, how was your family like growing up? Was it like really chaotic? You felt like you couldn't get a word in? Like, why do you feel like you do that? Not me breaking down Whitney's
I know, right?
her
I
psyche.
I don't think it wasn't like a chaotic place. It was just I was like the youngest
I
one.
wonder if it's yeah.
And I do think like my parents were attentive to me,
Yeah,
but
I agree. I
I
don't know
feel
them, but
I
yes.
only thing I can really think about is just that I don't know if it's at home life as much as like
Mm.
in school life, like growing up in school.
Mm. Mm.
I will say
It
my
does.
mom says this she thinks this is what was like a triggering moment for me was
Oh.
that I in preschool, I was very loud. I was like one of the loudest kids, like and we had like a choir that we would have to sing in every week or something like that.
This is preschool.
Preschool.
Yeah, you're talking like 3, 4 years old.
Yes, and that's a very,
A
you
very
know,
pivotal time.
pivotal time.
Very.
And so I was like the loudest singer in the choir.
Oh, sweet
I
chariot.
don't know
Why am I
what we were
singing?
singing, probably that, yeah. And the teacher was like, "Whitney, you are too loud. Be quiet." And from that moment on,
You were quiet. You were silenced
I was silenced. I
by
was
that woman.
silenced by that teacher. But my mom says she thinks that's why I became more
Wow.
reclusive. But also I just think it's I mean that like I mean, I also have the worst
I
memory, so
think.
I couldn't tell you much, but I do feel like my family really connected with, like, sports, and they all loved to
Mm,
play basketball and stuff, but I
yeah.
was not that was not something I was interested
Yeah.
in. I was interested more into, like, the music and all that
You
stuff.
just wanted to sing and
I wanted to
dance.
sing and dance and draw. I was,
And
like, drawing on my own, writing stories on my own.
yeah. So you felt like maybe
So,
you didn't feel
I
included in that.
never connected with them with that,
Yeah.
and they'll be talking at dinner about, like, a game, and I'm like,
You have nothing to say.
"Not there.
You have nothing to connect.
I have
Maybe
nothing."
that's what it stems from.
But I don't know.
I don't know, but sometimes, yeah. You know, I have, this is actually kind of very unrelated, but when you're telling the preschool story, there's a story. Have I told you this?
I feel I don't
Have
know.
I talked about this before?
You've talked about the punching a boy.
So, at Pizza DJ night,
Yeah,
girl,
not
I
that.
did punch a boy at Pizza DJ night, but I feel like that's a story for another time.
Mhm,
This one was earlier in my childhood. I was in preschool.
mhm,
And as a child, my mom cut my hair very short. And I didn't thrive in that space. So it was like here.
mhm,
But as you know, my hair is very thick. So it was more outward, like a
mhm,
bush.
mhm.
Um, I had very puffy, poofy hair. I'm 3. Guys, I'm 3, I'm 4. I don't know what I'm doing with my fucking hair. Anyways, this guy, this is the story. Of course, I'm like 3, 4, so I don't really know what actually happened, but this is like how my parents told me it, and this is how my dad tells me it now. Um, I was in the playground as you do, and a boy came up to me and was making fun of my hair. So I
He liked you.
proceeded to shove him to the floor, and the wood chips on the floor of the playground. You know,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
those wood
yeah,
chips. Yeah,
yeah.
I proceeded to drag him. Actually do have a memory of dragging him by his feet. His back was getting scratched. He was like screaming, and I was like, "Oh,
This is why
this
Lulu
is
is the
crazy."
way she is.
Wait, this
Sorry,
is
that's what I'm
actually
relating this to, is how this is why your cat behaves the way she does, is
no, this
because
is actually
you have been a
crazy.
feral girl yourself
Yeah.
since
No, like
childhood.
I cannot believe I did this. I remember even thinking at the time this is incorrect. I like should not be dragging this man. And by man I mean toddler. Um but like I really remember dragging him, and then afterward this is kind of tea. My preschool teacher took me in a room and she beat me.
That's what they
They
be
don't do that
doing.
anymore.
That's what they were doing
Um
though in our age.
but my parents were really mad that the woman beat me.
I do remember you telling me this part.
Yeah, and I was crying in the corner, and I was crying and crying because I didn't really understand, and I was just trying to defend myself as the woman I was, toddler. And it was very traumatizing, and I remember my dad like picked me up or whatever, and then the teacher, I didn't get in trouble for it because my dad was like, "You should have done that."
Oh, for sure.
Anyways, really random, but I just thought about that when you're talking about the preschool choir situation.
Yeah.
These little moments in our life, like actually, I wonder how. Because then I think about the horrible date I went on, and what did I do? I shoved the man. I didn't drag him, but I'd be just shoving people.
The little moments in our life affect us long term.
No, but I do agree. I think it is the time. It's time to speak out and shoot your shot.
Speak out, shoot your shot, don't be scared. But
Um,
I haven't started that yet. We're still
oh, no, it starts now. What
we're
about your
yeah.
positive,
And
toxic okay,
yeah, in is toxic positivity, out is negative
negative.
Nancy,
Uh,
you know? But it's really hard. These are really hard things to be consistent about.
I feel like this is good that we're talking about it because now we can keep each other accountable.
Oh god.
So when you're
Can
not
we
shooting
start
your
in
shot
February?
no. When you shoot your
Let's
shot,
start after my period ends. How about that?
okay, same.
Yeah.
Are we synced up?
Yeah, it's coming. It's
Oh,
she's on her way.
you're a couple days behind me. That's
Yeah.
so weird that we're not
Mhm.
together. Um,
In case you guys wanted to know, are you with
in
us?
case you wanna know my menstrual cycle as well. Um, but yeah, no, I think it's good. It also, um, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, l
I'll just
but
also say the one out that
yeah.
I want to occur that's not going to occur right now just because of the times is that I just want low rise everything to be out. Enough of the low rise.
Yeah,
Some of us aren't cut out for it, and
yeah,
it's
but
me.
I said that the other day. Remember, I was like, my belly button was out, and I was like, no, I'm trying to be like Kyle XY. Do you not know that reference?
No.
Oh, okay. Someone's gonna get it. Kyle XY, the show that he didn't have a belly button.
I think I vaguely remember that, but
Okay,
I
well, I
never
don't
watched
want
it.
people to see my belly button. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
As in, I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, some things should just be left unseen and not
Okay, that's not a very
left a
flattering part.
mystery.
That's not a flattering part, really, on anyone, but
No.
specifically women. That's our womb, where we're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Speaking of our cycle, um,
My god, what's
I
happening?
don't really know. I don't really know. It just kind of all comes together, doesn't it?
Oh, boy.
But we need to cover it up, and I'm so tired of the low rise. Also, while we're on the fashion conversation, oh, those there's a certain type of the kitten heels
Yeah.
that I fucking despise that look so stupid.
I cannot rock them because my feet are so big
Ah, I see.
that I look like I'm gonna be wearing clown shoes. Do you know what I mean?
I think I know what you mean.
Like, I have to have a heel to, like, make my feet look dainty.
Uh-huh.
That's why sometimes I can't wear, like, platform Converse because I look like I'm wearing clown shoes because
Oh,
my feet are so big.
I see.
It just I mean, it depends on the shoe style, but
I don't know. I'm not really into the kitten heel, like,
but the
'cause
kitten heel like, some girls look decent, but sometimes they just look real weird.
I want them to be out, I think.
You mean yeah,
Overall, I think they're not working,
no.
and I think we need to let it go as a community.
But I do understand because who wants to wear a freaking 3-inch heel? Not me. My feet hurt. And then I'm
Yeah,
taller,
and then
and
you're
I'm trying to
taller.
be small and petite.
Um, yeah,
But I guess I should embrace it like Zendaya does.
you
Because look at her
should. I
now.
don't I
Look at her
yeah,
now.
I always wanted to be in my head, I was like, the perfect height is 5'7" in my head. I always thought the perfect height is 5'7",
5'7"
and
is good.
yeah, you're 5'7".
I'm 5'8".
Okay,
That's just
well,
one too many.
no, it's not. It's perfect. It's exactly where you're supposed. I am like out here. I can't see things properly. When I'm in a crowd, I'm lost. I can get scooped up easily. It's I've always wanted like it.
Actually, 5'6" is perfect.
Yeah, maybe 5'6" is perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know what is perfect. What is
What
perfect?
is perfect
What
in
is
everyone's
perfect?
eyes? Perfect is different for everyone.
I
I
always
sound
thought
like a
though,
weird
like
version of Trump.
I
Oh
didn't.
god.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I always thought though I was gonna be taller than I am.
You have a tall personality, it's fine.
That's okay. Yeah, people do think I'm like 5'6".
Yeah, that's what you give.
Yeah, that's good.
But
But
unfortunately,
unfortunately, I'm definitely not 5'6".
yeah. All right. Well, anyway,
Well,
that's
anyways,
any other ins and outs? You get the vibe from us, right?
so many. Actually,
Yeah.
so many. Probably more fashion ones, but I don't know why the kitten heels was the first thing I thought of. That's all I think I have to say.
It's mostly just like like some things about the 90s fashion I love,
Mhm,
but some things about it I really don't.
mhm.
And like half of it could go away. I miss the era when like 70s style was back in. You guys
Oh,
remember that? I don't know if you do. And I couldn't tell you exactly when it happened,
oh,
but I like that.
yeah.
Let's keep the 70s. I mean, some 70s stuff is still also in trend, but
Yes.
that's more my era
Yeah.
of fashion.
Well, it's gonna be a year of something. We're gonna look back at this episode and laugh about what we did.
Yeah.
So we have seen a couple of shows
We each saw independently a show.
independently. One show,
You last night saw what?
Cabaret. Ah,
Life is a cabaret.
money, 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 money. I love that song. I love so many of the songs. I love the cast. So good.
I've actually like I've heard the songs on their own, but I don't know what the storyline is, how they all connect,
I've never seen
anything.
it. I know the storyline, but I've never seen the show.
Mm.
It is so good. It's an experience. It's a full experience. There's like a pre-show. It's not a normal, I go to the theater, people are talking, you go to your seat. Like, it's not really like that.
Mhm.
You go in, they cover your phone. It's like you feel like you're going into a club, and then when you get in there, it literally is like you feel like you're at a bar, club, cabaret. You look like you're in it.
Mhm.
You feel very immersive in that way. So you're like
Are you
in the
sat at a
space.
table?
No.
Oh.
But there are tables in the front. We sat like in the and it's like a theater of the round. So you have people
Oh,
all
yeah, yeah.
around and
Okay.
it's just really cool. Really cool staging. The turntable, you have like two turntables, I think, and then they had like a middle piece. People were dropping in and out. Dancing was amazing. Adam Lambert was great. Um,
Homegirl from Moana.
yes.
We are trying to pronounce her name correctly. I believe
I
it's
don't think I can.
but
Auli. Auli.
yeah. Yeah.
It's I every time I do it, I turn it into like a Greek name, and it's not. But anyways,
You know who she
she was
is.
so good. She was like the perfect Sally. I always find it really interesting when I see like a Disney person kind of transition to something a little raunchier.
Mhm.
And it's as if she had never done a Disney thing. I don't know. Like,
Well, I think
I
it's
don't,
nice that she only did the voice, you know what I mean? It's not like you actually saw
that's
her
true. That's true.
in
But
Moana,
that's very true. She's very
and she
like,
did or not, she did
yes, she was Janice. She was
Janice
a
in Mean
Janice.
Girls.
Um, but this was her Broadway debut because I don't think she was,
Was it?
yeah,
What did she do something off Broadway? She did this one thing with Jonathan Groff. What
it
was
said
that?
in her bio it was her Broadway debut.
Do you know what show that was though that she did? I think it was off Broadway. What was it? Sunset Boulevard?
Mm,
No. She did some
she did
show.
something. I know what you're talking about, but I can't think about what it was. It wasn't it. This is her first Broadway credit.
Mhm.
She was phenomenal. Same with Adam Lambert. This was his first Broadway. This was his Broadway debut as well. BB Newirth was in it. Just like the cast, the ensemble was great. I don't know if we had one swing on, who was playing the Helga. She was phenomenal. Um, just a really good cast, really good show. I think, dare I say, I saw it with Ben, and he saw the preview of it, and he was just like, "Yeah, this cast was better."
The one that he saw yesterday?
Yeah, Adam
Nice.
Lambert is just a phenomenal singer.
Yes, I've loved that man since
Hmm.
he was on American Idol.
Yeah, it was just really great. You want to talk about your show?
Yeah, I saw Moulin Rouge a couple days ago, and I literally had no interest in seeing the show, like, ever.
Roxanne.
Oh my god. But, Saleha Pfeiffer and John Cardoza were in the show are
Mm,
currently in the show now as the leads, and I was like, "I have to see
we
them."
love John. If you guys didn't know, he was
Love
also in The Notebook,
John.
and as you know, we freaking
Yes,
love The Notebook.
that's where I discovered him, and I was like, "Who is this man?"
That's our husband, our
And
joint husband.
here's the thing, I feel like The Notebook, he sounds absolutely beautiful,
Mhm.
amazing, singing all of that music, but
Beautiful singing, like, beautiful singing,
it's beautiful, but also and, like, shows, like, his high range,
and a
like,
little innocent.
and innocent, but this was, like, he got to be a little bit more,
It's got some guts,
yeah,
got some
grungy and just, like, edgy,
edgy.
and, like, just also show, like, the kind of, like, the full range of what he can do, you know what I mean? Like, he
Mhm,
got to play around and do whatever, add his own little
mhm.
things to it, but when I tell you Roxanne started and I literally was sent into orbit. Like,
Mm.
my butthole was clenched the
Mhm.
entire song, but in a good way. You know,
Yes.
sometimes you clench it in when you're scared, but no, I was just like,
Yeah. You were
like
clenching it.
clenched with so much anticipation and
Mhm.
just excitement. And
Mhm.
like he was also just the acting was so good
Yeah.
with the show. Come on, guys, it's just a bit cheesy when it comes to like all of a sudden you're singing about fireworks and singing, swinging from the chandelier, Sia, and you're just like the transitions. It's hard. It's hard when it's pop music, but I still believed what he was going through during that whole song and
Mm.
through the whole show. Like he's also just a really great actor. And like I was just like, how are these notes coming out of your mouth when he's like banging the ground, messing his hair, like hitting his head and like still singing like perfectly. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
It's
And I
crazy.
I want to I want a scope down this man's throat so I can see what's going on in there.
Yeah.
'Cause he kinda does this, like, yodel thing when when he sings. It's kind
Yes.
of like this cry, but, like, there's one part of Roxanne where he literally, like as if he has a whammy bar
Yeah.
going. A
It's like crazy,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's so I'm just so in awe of his voice and what he can do. So,
And this
John,
is a coming back for him because I think he's done it before
yeah, he
on the
was doing
tour.
on the tour,
Yeah.
and I think he might have, like, stepped in,
Yeah,
like,
he might have
once,
been like
right?
a cover
But I could be
before.
wrong. But it was so great. And then Soleil, I feel like this is like she's finally like fully stepped into a role that's like
Correct.
her. It's correct. It's centered. And I was like watching interviews with both of them, and she kind of explained how like the beginning of the year she kind of started as like that young ingenue teenage girl, and she's like sort of grown into becoming like a woman in this
Yep.
show with because she started with Eurydice in Hadestown, and then she
Mm. Oh man, she
did
was
something
so
else.
that Almost Famous made me so sad. It's not good. It wasn't necessarily her fault.
No, no, I don't think it was her fault.
But she also, yeah. Anyways, she's
Yeah,
still one of my favorite Ava Perones.
yeah. I don't know anything. I've only heard her sing the "Don't Cry for Me" on
Rainbow High is
video.
crazy.
I know, I should listen to that.
She goes in.
But her belt is so good, like,
Mhm.
oh, just the way she was just hitting those no it was great, and
Yeah.
then
She's definitely like when
the
she's in
ad
her pocket,
libs.
she's in her pocket. It is excellent.
Yes, it was, oh, so good,
I can't
and
believe it took you this long
yeah,
to see Moulin Rouge though.
I think it needed the right people. I don't think I
Yeah.
would have enjoyed it had it been anyone besides them,
Mm.
truly. Like,
Yeah.
maybe Aaron Tveit? Tveit?
Yeah. I mean, I saw the understudy for the Diamond. Wait, what's her name?
Satine?
Satine. I just said the Diamond, but I
Mhm.
guess she goes by that.
She's a sparkling
Satine.
diamond.
She's the
Yeah.
sparkling diamond. I was supposed to see JoJo, but she was sick.
Oh my
I
god.
know, but I saw Derek Klena, and he's great.
Mm.
He's excellent. I mean, come on, it's Derek Klena.
Yeah, but
These are the
he
staple.
sings it down, okay? And I'm sorry.
But he was really good.
But
Oh, he was
but
so good. He's
John
so
was
hot.
something else,
Listen,
okay?
those tenor
Like, and it did
boys.
not even bother me the fact that
Yeah.
Soleil was taller and he was shorter. If
Oh,
anything, it worked for her character because of course everyone is in love with this like glamazon, like tall beauty.
yes.
Like everyone was shorter than her and she was just owning it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think,
And that's
yeah.
how I need to be
Yes, I really do think you
this
need to be
year.
like that. I don't
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what I can do.
let that inspire you.
Yeah. Anyway, it was
Yeah.
wonderful.
And we're gonna see we're already lined
Sunset
up to see
Boulevard.
Sunset.
Sunset Boulevard.
I'm finally gonna see it when he's
I
gonna see it
can't
again.
wait till you see it. I hope everyone that I want is in. Please. We're manifesting that they are
excited.
in. They are in. They're going to
Yeah.
be in. Anyway, so enough about that because we still got a lot more to get through.
Yes.
What I want to talk about now, speaking of tall girls who are owning everything, let's get into
No.
celebrity gossip. No,
I
what?
hate her. Oh.
No, this is the good one, not the bad one. This is
That's all I can think
the
of.
good tall girl. I'm talking about Zendaya
Yes.
getting engaged to Tom Holland.
I feel like you're engaged to Tom Holland.
I am. No, I feel like my parents just finally said yes. I've been watching them just date for years and years, and I'm just like, you guys, just get married already.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
I'm so happy. Her ring is Gorgina.
Yeah.
Love it. I love that she like went to the Golden Globes and just
had it.
and she was wearing like this other like super I mean, I don't know if you think it's gaudy, but I thought it was like this gaudy ring on her other finger, and it's just like, do you compare it to the 2? And it's just like
She's living.
and then, like, you see
I
all of
hope they
these,
don't break
like
up.
s no, no, because I was just gonna say, you see all these edits of them and, like, how Tom has always just said good things about her, even before they were
Always.
dating, like, he was just in awe of Zendaya and just
He's always been
and
in love.
yeah, it's just so sweet, and do you know how, like I don't remember what happened exactly, but, like, I think Zendaya was, like, saying that her door was broken or something, and he literally just came over and, like, built her a whole new door, and then I think it was, like, from there that maybe he, like, cooked her dinner or something. I could be wrong. But it's just like,
I'll
where
believe
where
whatever
are
you
the men
say.
trying to build doors for us?
Where's the doors?
Give us the doors, please. Like,
Where's the door?
people like,
I'll show you the door out.
that's the other like, the thing with, like, the dating apps and all that, it's just like or not the dating apps, I should say, although dating apps also out for me this year, I think.
You're deleting it all.
I can't. I just can't. They're so stupid, so
It's
silly.
so bad.
But it's just like, we should have people that are trying to work for us and want us as much as we want them instead of it being like this whole thing where it's just like they give us half of their time, half of their attention,
Yep.
maybe when they're bored, you know?
Yes.
It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't.
We should all be striving for a what do they call it? A Tom Dale love.
This is always a really good question to ask yourself. I was like, I think I was on TikTok and I was seeing this, and it was like the question that you should ask yourself, like your future kids, would you be okay with your future daughter talking to the person that you're talking to? That's how you need to like literally go about it.
For sure.
Like, would you, no. And I
No.
would say no to literally, I think everyone that I dated except like one person.
Mm,
Like, seriously.
yeah.
But then I would say no to that because I could tell that they aren't compatible. So yes. So it's like that's the question to ask because how they show up in the first interaction is how they're always going to show up.
Yeah. I will say
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You can't build gone are the days that we build the boyfriend.
Yeah, that's the thing. We gotta stop with the build the boyfriend. Like,
You
oh, I
do
can
say
do
the
this
build the
and
boy. Yeah,
that.
you do. We
I can
say
give him the glow up. I mean, but the thing is, like, at least for me, it's like
looks
I
wise,
know how
sure.
to make them look better.
Yeah, the outfits, sure.
I'm not doing build a boyfriend when it comes to building their personality and changing that.
No.
Because I will say, I was just thinking to my past ex boyfriends, despite what my first boyfriend did, like, cheating on me. Before that happened,
Mhm,
I would say yes. I would let either of those ex boyfriends date my
mhm.
daughters
No, that's good.
because they chased
Mhm,
me.
mhm,
I had to be like, okay, like, let's go on a
mm.
date, I guess. Like, you're trying really hard.
Yeah.
But that has not happened since.
Yeah,
Not since.
yeah.
I'm out here just change for the poor,
Yes.
something, anything. I'll take it. Any crumbs you get. Like, ugh. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that.
Mhm, mhm.
Ugh.
Felt.
Yeah. Anyway, we're so happy for you,
Yeah,
Zendaya and
Zendaya, it's
Tom.
great for you.
So
It's really
glad that
great.
you have someone who's chasing for you. Yeah.
Let's
We'll
talk
be there soon.
about let's talk about
Now let's get into the
Blake Lively
madness.
and Justin Baldoni. Guys, I cannot this is so entertaining. I really hope and pray they make a Netflix documentary about this. I
I mean,
really hope they do.
it's the next what is it? Johnny Depp and who was his ex-wife, that court case, you know?
Yes. What's her name?
I don't know because I literally had no
Wow,
idea who
because
she
this was
was
like
until that case.
it was like 10 years ago, probably more.
Not 10 years ago.
Really?
It was like 3 or 4 or 5.
Or 6 or 10.
Definitely below 10 for sure.
Well, it feels like 10 years ago.
God.
Anyways, it's still pertaining it ends with us. As we know,
There's been a
it's
lot of
always been
drama
weird. It's always been weird. Then
since they started promoting the movie.
yes,
We were
things have been
always
weird.
things like, "Oh, why is Justin promoting stuff on his own? Why is Blake not treating it as if it's like a serious topic that's being in the movie?
Mhm.
Instead, she's treating it like it's girls' night. Bring your flowers and like come to see a movie." And it's just like, wait, but this is like, has some essay and things like that in it, and we're not acknowledging that.
I
Like,
also think it's funny because this movie was kind of always kind of cursed because the book kind of blew up on TikTok and then people started hating on Colleen Hoover books, and then they proceeded with the movie, but then the strike happened, so then they stopped filming, and then they finished it, and with all of that being said, the movie ended up being pretty good for all things against it.
I didn't think it was that great, but
I
that's
don't
just
think it
me.
was bad. Like, I
It wasn't
actually
bad, but
I
sorry.
yeah,
Clarify. I said this last time.
yeah,
Blake was bad. I'll say it. I did
yeah.
not enjoy her acting, her choices in the movie.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think, like, we grew up watching Blake, so I think I just, like, knew it was gonna be that Blake. Um, she's plays the same thing every time, so
She
it's
does
just,
the
like,
same thing every time.
it's, like, fine. So, like, I just knew it's hard because we already knew a little bit of drama going into the movie, but now that could probably never watch the movie again. I've watched it once, and I won't see it again.
Yeah,
It's
like, I
already
have
on
no urge
Netflix.
to see it again.
Yeah.
But the thing of it all is that first Blake came out and said she, like, reported to the she, like, gave this to the New York Times, so they put out an article with Blake coming forward with all this evidence of how Justin was actually not a good person when filming, like,
Mhm.
doing
Inappropriate things.
inappropriate things and just, like,
He, like,
taking
showed
away, the intimacy coordinator
Mhm,
and, like,
mhm. Yeah.
just putting all the blame on him for everything, and then all the cast kind of came in support of her, um, and so Justin was kind of exiled, but, like, leading up to that, like, I would say the public was very team Justin. So that was the other
Yeah,
thing, like,
it was
she
very
feels
team
like
Justin because I think, like, something happened beforehand where people started coming forth about Blake, so then Blake retaliated and basically was like, "He's not as good as y'all think.
yeah, because she
He
she
did
was
this,
basically
that, and
saying, like,
this."
there's a defamation of character that
Yes.
came onto her because of how
She also mentioned like, the intimacy coordinator, that being dismissed, but I think we later find out that Blake literally did that.
mhm.
But also, like, I think Justin showed his the
His
birth,
wife's birth and in the trailer and, like, that he came into her trailer when she was pumping or something like that.
pumping, whatever.
And then there was also what was it? Oh my god, I lost my
There's, like,
train of
so
thought.
many little things coming forth about it.
There was
Text
so
messages,
many.
voice memos. Um, it's getting really messy. But I guess basically Blake's
Yeah,
stuff,
basically everyone all the cast was, like, supporting her because of what she came out with, but then Justin came out and actually sued her,
Mhm.
I think, um, and came out with all the receipts basically debunking what she was claiming for everything about like because she would say, like, "Come into my" not the dressing room, "trailer,"
Trailer.
while she's pumping, and, like, she was the one who didn't want the intimacy coordinator, and, like,
Mhm.
it's funny, I sent you a TikTok, like, she was talking like, on an interview about the intimacy of it all and how they had an intimacy coordinator on set or something. Oh, because an interviewer asked her, she was like, "We saw that you were, like,
Yeah.
directing Justin about with the intimacy stuff," and she was like, "What? There's a video?" Like, it kind of just, like, because Colleen was the one that brought it up after
Yes.
she had just said there was an intimacy coordinator, and she kind of, like, got frazzled from that and was just like, "Oh, what do you mean?" But there's, like, actual video footage of her, like, trying to tell Justin how to, like, hold her and grab her and all that, and it's like, "You're not supposed to be doing that. That's what someone else's job." You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then there's, like, the whole thing of, like, Ryan Reynolds coming on and, like, changing all the scripts and stuff, and, it was he actually did that during the strike,
Mm.
and that's, like, something you weren't supposed to be doing.
True.
So that's kind of a, ooh,
That's more tea.
more tea, and then the, voice or I guess, like, Justin, like, either was sent, like, a voice memo or a voicemail or something to somebody, and, like, it's so sad. Like, here's the thing, I don't wanna discredit if something did occur that was not appropriate that Justin did do to Blake. Like, I'm never gonna be like, "Oh, you're so wrong," because you just don't know what's happening on set
Yeah,
unless you're in there.
I don't wanna place all the blame on Blake because there's probably stuff that he shouldn't have done.
Right, I don't think one side is I think there's probably bad on both sides. But
But Team Justin.
but they're like Justin was, like, talking on this voice memo at the premiere of one of the of some premiere for the movie, and him and his friends and family all had to stay in the basement to watch the movie while everyone else got to be, like, in the actual theater and see it.
Wait, this is actually interesting that you said that because I also saw something on TikTok today. One of the housewives of New York,
Oh, she loves commenting on this. I know who you're
yeah,
talking about.
Bethany,
Mhm.
um, she went to the premiere
Mm.
and she said that it was weird. She was like, there was an hour between the carpet and the viewing, which was just like that was kind of weird. And then she said everyone was assigned to a different theater. She's like, usually there's like one theater, everyone watches it together, and then like some overflow maybe in the other.
Mhm.
But like it was all separate. And she was like, it was just so weird. She's like, I couldn't even tell you why. It was just the weirdest thing. So we ended up leaving.
Mhm.
She's like, we didn't even see the movie. We just left. She was like, I didn't want to like
I don't
say
blame
it.
him.
She was like, I didn't want to be canceled for leaving. So I just like didn't say anything. But now that all this is coming out, like I was so right to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
She just felt the vibes. I mean, but really though, if you think about it, all being said, the movie isn't it the movie should have been a lot worse with all this drama. Like it actually ended up not being horrible.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great, and, like, Blake got to choose the final cut instead of, like, the
The
director
director.
choosing it or, like,
And
the
how about that
producer.
speech at the awards when the director comes up and or the I don't know who was speaking. I wish I got his name and what his like title was, but he was
For
accepting
what?
it for It Ends With Us. And then he literally was just like kind of going off on Blake in the speech. I have to send it to you. I'll have to send it
Was
to
it
you.
for It Ends With Us? Or I think it was for a different
Or was it for a
movie,
different movie?
but he was saying that, like, the director's cut should be the final cut. That's what I remember.
Yes, yes.
Like,
That's what it is.
yes, that's what it was, and it was kind of, like, throwing
It was a
shade
dig at Blake.
at Blake,
Yes.
allegedly, you know what I mean?
Allegedly.
Also, this is kinda something shady that I didn't realize that I saw on TikTok as well. Ryan Reynolds in his newest movie, Deadpool versus Wolverine. I don't you probably
Yeah.
didn't see did you see it? No?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, basically, there's, like, a bunch of different versions of Deadpool in that movie, and there's one called Nice Pool, and he's basically just, like, this nice guy who's kind of a feminist and, like, you know, I don't remember what it all was, but it's kind of basically people are saying that it was actually him making fun of Justin because it was kind of everything that Justin said he stands for, and, like, they had, like, the flower shop in the movie, like, from like, kind of, like, referencing It Ends With Us, um and Blake Lively played one of the Deadpools as well, and she was with, Nice Pool, like, in front of the flower shop, like, it was and, like, when I think about it, I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that is kind of, like,
They're so
dumb."
weird.
Making fun of
They're so
references.
I think they're just, like, rich and bored, so they're just, like, starting this feud.
Absolutely. I'm like, "Y'all
Like,
don't even need to do this."
genuinely, like,
And
I
that's
think
the
they're
other
just,
thing
like
about it all. I think that's what it was. That's what I was gonna say. It came back to me.
yes.
Um, when Blake came out with this, I don't know what the term is, what she did, but she kind of, like, didn't directly, like, do I don't think she sued. I think she just did God, I wish I knew the words.
Yeah,
I don't know legal
jargon.
jargon. But basically, whatever Blake did initially made it so that it didn't you didn't need because usually both sides of the party get to just show their evidence
Mhm,
equally,
mhm.
and then they base it off that. But her thing was so that she didn't have to
How'd she
provide
get that?
anything
How'd she do
or
that?
that Justin couldn't provide something
Mm.
to defend himself, whatever it was. So, like, it didn't matter what the receipts were and whatever she tried to do, which is why Justin, I think he actually sued the, New York Times for the article that they did, and then they're planning on suing Blake and Ryan Reynolds actually, because his lawyer was like, "We are about to rock and roll and
I forgot what he
go in
said.
on these
He was literally
folks."
like,
He was yeah.
"We're gonna, like, obliterate" I forgot what word he used. It was
Mhm.
so funny. I
It
was
was
like,
funny.
"This is gonna be a long it's gonna be
And
it's gonna be
they said the
a
court case
moment."
won't be until, like, 2027 or something.
Yeah, this is gonna be
That's crazy.
this is
Let's
gonna
get
be a
this show on
long
the
thing.
road.
It's
I'm
gonna
trying
n
to watch some good gossip, you know?
it's gonna be dragged out for as long as possible. 'Cause these are rich people and they're just bored. They're just bored and they're petty. So,
Honestly, this is just what's gonna keep them busy. But
shall we
with all that being said,
shall we get into some Some Traitors?
Traitors. Traitors.
Traitors. Speaking of
Alan Cummings.
Alan Cummings is so good.
Host extraordinaire.
They are in Scotland. Why? This is the third season. This cast is pretty stacked. Just some honorable mentions here. We have our supporting our Bravo, our Real Housewives. We have one from Potomac, one from
Dolores.
yeah,
Ion.
Ion from Dubai. I think it's Dubai.
Robin.
And then Robin.
There's a fourth one.
There's a fourth one.
Dorinda. I think that's who it is.
So it's New Jersey, Potomac. Anyways, really good representation with Real Housewives. Love to see it.
We got our Bachelor folks. We got Gabby, previous Bachelorette. We got Wells, who they are claiming is from Bachelor in Paradise.
Hilarious. We all know you were on JoJo's season.
Right.
We have some Survivor people. Yeah, that's all the Bachelor.
Yeah, bunch of Survivor.
Bunch of Survivor, bunch of Big Brother.
Big Brother.
Couple Big Brother, couple Survivor. We have
Bob the
Chriselle from Selling Sunset, and then Nikki the wrestler.
Yes. And we have Bob the drag queen.
Yes.
Who is
just phenomenal.
I love him.
Just phenomenal.
Like he's always been phenomenal. I mean, he was the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race and for a reason.
Yeah. Really good. Just a good cast. Like it's so
good.
It's already good from the start.
The random folks, just by association of famous people, the one guy who's ex-husband of
Sam
Britney Spears.
Sam.
And we have
husband. Like
that's
guys, that
her
is
husband.
so that man is so my type. Like I couldn't even I just remember when Britney was like engaged. I was like, no, because like that is literally everything that I want in a man, looks wise.
Yeah.
Like truly.
Meanwhile, my husband is Dylan Efron, Zac Efron's brother, who's on the show. He's so cute. He's like a cute little baby face, but
yeah,
they did that one shot of him looking in the mirror shirtless with a towel on. And I said, the abs are
how could we forget Tom Sandoval?
Oh God, Tom Sandoval.
I was really like, we are missing someone.
How did abs make you think of him?
I was thinking about the scene of him like sitting in the bathtub
with the rubber ducky.
Yes.
The scenes, can I just say,
it's
this
so
show
funny.
Is so camp. It's for the gays. First of all, there's a lot of gays on the show.
Yes.
Corshell, Gabby, Bob the drag queen, another Bob H.
Corshell as the first gay person. They really are all gay. It's a gay cast.
Gay
pride.
Yay,
gay. And
Alan, the campiness of the show, the scenes that they do, the dramatics. They have people in cages hanging from the trees,
stupid shit,
acting like they're staying there overnight until the rest of the cast sees them.
And just like the traitors themselves, like in their capes and having to walk to the castle that they're in. It's just like so many little things that just make the show just so fun. It's fun.
Entertainment at its finest.
So we do have a spin to this season. They had, what's his name? Rob. They had him. They all get to the castle and then they see this man, Rob. I think his name is Rob from Survivor.
It's Rob. Yeah.
They basically are like, if anyone wants him to be, basically they sacrifice someone and then he would be.
Yeah, they were like, if you shake this guy's hand and if there's enough people of the cast who shake his hand, then he will join the cast and one person will leave.
Yeah. They all don't shake his hand because it's literally like the first thing and they're just like, what?
Why would we get rid of anyone?
They didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they go about their first challenge. First challenge was like the rowing, the boat thing. And
that was so funny. They like could not row a boat all together. And then Bob had to put like some choreography and music, or not music, but just lyrics to get them to come together. He said, they say heave, we say ho, heave, ho.
It was so funny. And then like with each like little buoy or
they had to like get money from like these floating islands. And like fuel to like light a fire back on the thing, but in order to take that off of each island, two people had to be dumped and left there.
Yeah,
and they wouldn't get shields.
Yeah, they wouldn't get shields. So
to protect themselves from being murdered.
Some of the housewives, was it Bob? Yeah, Bob, Danielle from Big Brother.
Like who sacrificed themselves?
Yeah, I was just naming the people who sacrificed themselves.
Basically, all the housewives did.
Yeah, which was like I
And, like,
think
none of the men wanted to get off the boat, and it was,
yeah.
like, super macho, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah, so then that already started the fight when they got back.
Mhm.
Um, our traders
Yeah, our
are
traders
Bob, the drag queen, Danielle
Danielle,
from Big Brother, and then we have, I actually forgot her name, the blonde from
uh,
Survivor,
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Is she
Um,
from she's from Survivor?
yes, I think she's a
She
Survivor.
is cuckoo bananas,
She's cuckoo
okay?
bananas, but it's a good
I
pick
want her to
because
brush
she's
her hair.
yeah. I think it's a good pick. I think at first I was like, "Oh, Danielle's gonna be the best," but it's interesting. I think when you're a traitor, you do have faults in different ways because you wanna play it like a faithful so badly, but it's also like you you are a traitor at the end of the day.
You're a
So some of
traitor,
those
and it's
things.
a fine line of going overboard of looking like a faithful.
Yes, so they
And
basically go in and pretty much target the housewives from the get-go. And this is also we kinda talked about this while we were watching it. Phaedra Parks last season was such a prominent, like,
she had such a
force,
presence, she
such a
did
presence.
so well,
Our Real Housewife from Atlanta.
and so I feel like from the jump, they were like, "Get these housewives out, we do not wanna repeat." But, like,
Yeah.
no one
So
can
they
be
actually
Phaedra.
killed the most like, the most vocal housewife so far, which was Dolores. Is that correct?
No.
Robin.
Dorinda. Dorinda was upset that they got left out on the islands and they had to like stay out there for forever while everyone got to go home and eat and be fine. So they came back all grumpy and stuff and she
Yeah.
was causing a ruckus about it and she got into a fight with Ivar who's like related to
Like,
the royal family
some
of some
parliament I
how.
don't even know. I was like, "What's happening?"
And so the traders decided to murder Dorinda so that the blame would be on Ivar since he was the last one to have an argument with her.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
So she gets killed.
but in a strange turn of events, so before because after someone gets murdered, then they have a roundtable to figure out who the traitor is. But they had the guy from the first episode, Rob.
Mhm.
He came back, and Alan was like, "You're
What a
gonna."
great scene that was. In the forest at night, like,
In the
with
forest
the
at night
fire
with cages
and his, like,
and
assistant
fire.
Fergus. I'm like, these characters, it's just love it.
It's crazy. Alan was like, "You get to join the cast and you'll be a traitor.
And he's
But you'll
excited.
also be joined by 2 other people, and there's 2 other people in cages that."
They're just up there.
And so then he has to get in the cage and be lifted up and then supposedly wait until the next day for
It's
the other
so
people to find
great.
them. So but I think actually
And it's funny because Tom there's
yeah.
other some side drama too while this is happening is like
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval is like blaming Chriselle right
Already thinking
away.
that Chriselle is a traitor.
And Chriselle's like, it's because I'm friends with Ariana and that like that's happening.
Tom is, like, so
The
stupid and gullible, like, he's like, "I trust Danielle fully, completely. She's not a traitor." And it's
yeah,
like,
he's
"Bro."
like that. He's so stupid. Some friend groups that are forming, some of the Survivor people are kind of like grouping together. You see Gabby, Chriselle, and Nikki kind of create this like
They're
bond.
like the Dancing with the Stars girlies, even though they
Mm.
apparently name themselves the Bambis or something because they have doe eyes. But I'm like, "No, you guys literally all just did Dancing with the Stars."
Yeah, they did. So that kind of group that kind of forms, I feel like our girl Carolyn is just like on her own because she's like kind of batty and crazy.
She's the black
Yeah.
sheep.
Bob the drag queen is kind of just around. I feel as if that Dylan is it Dylan Efron?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like Dylan is almost kind of like our Peter Weber.
Yeah, he's the Peter
He's
Weber right
giving
now.
Peter Weber. Because honestly, Peter was so good in Traitors.
He was so good until he
So
was
good.
so bad.
And he just lost it at the end. I still think he played like one of the best games last
No, I think
season.
he did really well. He just really made a terrible decision
Yeah.
at the end.
He was he thought he was gonna I think he just thought he knew it, but I don't think he thought through the convincing part to the
No,
others.
no.
Um, so I mean, already Dylan has really great instincts. We'll get to that in a second, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's basically the side things that are happening.
Yeah. So after she gets murdered, then the 3 dudes join the group. They won't get murdered. They're like immune from everything. And they get to watch the round table happen as they decide who the traitor is. And people are so weird. I don't know how these decisions came about. Basically, like Um,
Robin and Wells, their
yeah,
fiasco.
Wells thought that Robin was the traitor
Yes.
because he was like in front of everybody was just like, I think it's weird that they chose to get rid of Dorinda or whatever. Is it Dorinda? Yeah. And Robin was like, I don't think that's weird. I think that was a really good choice. And so he was like, red alert, like you're obviously a traitor. And she thought the same thing about him. And so then they were like fighting
That
against each
feud.
other about that. But the funny thing is, like Bob is a traitor, and he's the one that brought up Wells' names first as a potential traitor in the round table
Mhm.
because I think he heard from other people that they were thinking that too.
Yes.
And then other people brought up Ivar because of his argument with Dorinda.
Dorinda
And I'm trying to think of anyone else, but basically and I had a feeling that Wells would not do
last.
well. And
Yeah.
Wells would not do well.
Wells did not do well,
Wells did not do well.
and he's the first to get
He
booted.
was the first to get booted, which was sad, but like
The votes
he
were kind
was
of all over the place, but it definitely was. I think it was like one
mhm.
vote over.
Yeah, yeah, maybe
Yeah. It was kind of a close call, but like by Wells. You
by
weren't meant for
Wells.
this.
No, this isn't for you. But like I'm just like y'all are such idiots. It
Yeah.
gets worse the next episode. The three dudes that joined the group, they have shields that they could give to people. So like Rob gave his to this guy. Oh, what's that one guy's name? Taking
Tony,
notes. Gave his to Tony because they knew each other from whatever show they were on,
Survivor,
Survivor. Um, One of the guys, I don't know his name, gave his shield to Dylan,
the beard man,
and other one gave it to Jeremy. I don't know what show he's from. Black dude. Um,
Survivor, I
and
think.
then I think it's nighttime and they have to go and decide who they will murder this time around. And Rob joins them as the traitors and they're like, "Oh my god, you're joining us." But basically, now the four of them have to decide who they're going to murder. And like you can see that like Bob like he definitely likes to take control of situations. And so like
Yes.
he's like we should get rid of um Ion, another housewife, but Rob is like I don't think we should keep going down this housewife route. Um and I think Carolyn was also saying that too. She was like we need to do something
Yeah, and then they
different.
were like gonna do Brittany, but Brittany and Danielle have beef from Big Brother because she got Brittany off of Big Brother.
Mhm.
So Danielle was like, obviously, I don't want to do Brittany because they're gonna think it's me if she leaves.
Yeah.
So then they settle on
They settle on Ion, which was so sad because
another housewife.
she was also, like, really close with Wells because she was basically like, after Wells left, she was, like, sobbing and so sad because
Yes.
she was like, "He's the one that's, like, explaining and this game to me, basically."
She
She's
did
like, "I
not know
don't
what
know
was
what I'm
happening.
doing."
She was like, he explained everything to me. I was like, what?
It was so cute, and I felt so bad. She's just a girl.
She was like, I had so many outfits.
Yeah, she's
She
like,
just
"Who
had a
the
fashion.
fuck murdered me?"
Yeah.
It was funny, but sad. And then they had to do like another challenge that I wasn't really paying. Oh, they had to like go through like this little door maze and decide which door is the right door to go
Wait, I
through.
loved that game with the clowns coming out and they like pop. It was kind of creepy.
I would be scared. I don't like clowns like
How
that.
horrible is Scotland?
What do you mean?
Like literally the weather has been so bad. I don't know when they filmed this, but it's like
Oh yeah,
raining the whole time. Like the
it'll
weather
be
just
raining
it,
one second, sunny the next, and
it like
raining.
I barely see the sun, I feel like it's always raining. Like it just looks dark there. No
That's kind of
offense.
how it is in London. You know, it's always raining.
No offense.
Mm.
But like that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that game was really
The
funny.
game was funny just because people didn't because they had to like explain what the doors look like to everyone else from outside of the maze, and people just
Like
could
couldn't.
not
They could not
process
pay
that. They
attention.
did not know colors, they did not know shapes.
Just simple things that you
And
learn.
so they didn't win that challenge. Um, then they go back to the house and everyone's talking. Oh, and then the traders are given the task. Or is this after the round table? I can't remember. No,
Or
no,
wait,
no, no,
no, no,
no.
no, it was after.
Yeah.
Ah,
So that
yeah.
yeah, everyone gets together. They're trying to figure out who the trader is. And Dylan is on the right track. He's literally just like
Bob.
Bob was the one that said that Wells' name first. It was either Bob or Robin because they were both onto him.
Yes.
And then but he says it to the wrong people because he says
Yes.
it to Jeremy, who's friends with Bob. And so Jeremy tells Bob about this, and Bob is like, "Oh no, I'm gonna be going in on this man." And so then at the round table, Dylan tried to speak up and be like, "You guys, it's obvious that it's him because this, and that, and the third." But Bob knows how to read people to filth, and he did that. And then other people thought that it might be Tony who's a traitor because I don't even know what the argument was for it.
I
They just
literally
thought he
don't
was kinda
know.
shifty
They were
and,
yeah, just
like,
like the
he
way he was
never wanted to
playing.
volunteer himself to, like, be the, like, sacrifice
And I
for
also
the games.
think he did a poor job in that scenario defending himself at the table, so I think it made him look even worse. So then
Mhm.
people were just like, "It's you."
Yeah, and then because Rob is a traitor, he wanted to defend Bob, he had to, like, kinda pull out this card because he gave Tony his
His, like, shield.
shield, which I don't think was a good move for him because, like, um, he ends up saying, like, "I gave you my shield, and then you never even spoke to me, never even tried to, like, be friendly to me," which I
Mhm.
thought was
Yeah.
shady.
Yeah.
And then as Tony he gets voted off, and he reveals that he's a faithful, and he's like he
You're a
tells Rob, "You're a
sellout.
sellout." And so that's obvious, like, if your red flags aren't turning on him, like, it's obvious that he said that for a reason,
Yes.
you
I
know?
don't know if they really picked up on that,
They
but
should have.
it was
I mean, he
pretty
did well to cover it up. He was just
yeah.
like, "I just had to go off my gut." He wasn't like he was
Yeah.
whatever, whatever.
I think, everyone did vote for Tony, though. It was pretty much like
Almost everyone, either
almost
Tony
everyone.
or sometimes Ivar.
Yeah,
Some people did like
he
a
was still
throwaway
being
vote, but
yeah,
yeah.
mostly him. So we say goodbye to him,
Bye-bye,
and then they throw another new little thing at
Alan,
us.
the little trickster he is.
He's so funny. He basically tells the traders that they have to pick 3 people to kill or, like, one
To
of the
be up
3
for
up for the
killing.
killing. They have to do it
They
in
have
this
to
secret door, like, in the room where the bar is, and they have to put it in this, like, little
in a little scroll that's inside of a tiny little, coffin box on the
yeah. So,
bookshelf.
essentially, they have to all 4 of them have to get together, go in this room, pick it very quickly, and then put it in and make sure
And
no
make
one
sure no
sees.
one sees any of it happen, which is hard to do because if you're gone for a long time,
And
people are
it's
gonna
in
be
the
like,
room with the
"Where are
bar, like,
you?"
"Hello?"
The bar where everyone likes to go to get a drink. So, yeah, they do all eventually make it in there,
Yes.
but
Carolyn almost didn't make it, but that was funny.
Carolyn was running around like an
She's like, "I'm
idiot.
looking like a whack job." I was like, "You have been looking like a whack job this whole time,
I
girl."
mean, but at least it fit her character running around like a crazy person.
That's what I'm saying, I think she's probably, like, the best trader because, like, she's already weird.
Yeah, and that's the other thing
So her acting weird is, like, she's been weird.
she's been weird. But Bob and Danielle are kind of showing themselves because they're doing too much acting. They like cried.
Danielle with the
Um
crying is crazy.
Danielle do be crying and she's like, "Oh my god, I'm an amazing actress. I can do anything." Like, ugh, they think I'm such a faithful, but it's like, "Girl, people are onto you. They are onto you." Um and then Bob sometimes he's too assertive and too loud and too vocal and that also makes him look suspicious too. And so, I don't know how long they're gonna last, but I don't think they'll be traitors for long. I'll say that.
We'll see. I think Carolyn actually is looking like the best one.
But Danielle was trying to put her on the list.
Low key.
She's not a fan of her.
Wonder why. She's like the outcast of the traders. But
She
essentially, they
is.
end up picking the people. Wait, did we find out who it was or no?
I don't think well, actually, yeah, I think, but I couldn't tell you what the names were at this
Yeah.
point.
It was more so just like that's where they kinda left us on and we
And it kind of left with, like, Gabby
oof.
hearing things, and
Yeah.
then I think she but we don't know for sure what happens because it was a cliffhanger, but I think she, like, heard Danielle and Carolyn come out of the room, but she was just waiting outside
Mm,
listening.
mhm.
So we will find out
If they are
if
suspected.
they are
I
yeah,
don't think they
are
are.
cut.
I wonder how quick that meeting was when they go in there.
I don't know.
We were talking about this as we were watching it. I just feel like I would be really, really good at the activities that they do. like the challenges.
I like that you call it activities.
Yeah.
Let's do our little activity,
The
everyone.
challenge of the day. They just bring me in for the challenge of the day and then I leave.
I think I would just be either way, either really good or really bad. But
Yeah, the social aspect of it, like that's like the real game is the talking and the convincing. I do think I could be good at it, but I don't know if I would be better as a faithful or a traitor.
mhm. I mean, I would love to just be a faithful and call it a
I
day,
know, same. I don't think I would be a good traitor. I think I would
but
be too obvious.
I do think I could be a traitor.
Yeah,
I think I could fly by. But who knows? I don't know.
I know.
I won Mafia the one time I played it.
Yeah,
So,
we did compare it to Mafia. I
yeah.
loved that game growing up.
It was stressful, but it was because I had never played before. And so I told people that. And so I would be like, "I don't know what's going on." I'm like, "What's happening? Like, what?" Even though I knew what was going on. And I had a friend next to me and she was vouching for me. She was literally yelling at people like, "Whitney doesn't know what's happening. It's not her, you guys." And I'm like, "It is me."
Oh my God, that's
So I have
crazy.
people on my side. So I might be good at
I
it.
always loved being like the narrator of that game.
Yeah, that sounds like a nice position to be in. You want to be Alan.
I want to be Alan. I loved it. Oh my gosh. You know, my brother was such a good narrator when we used to play. He made these like crazy stories up and how people died.
That's funny. Yeah.
Johnny himself is Alan.
Yeah, the only time I played it was on the cruise ship, actually. That's when we did
Wait,
it.
what?
Our first contract when it was just us on the boat. We had like
You
a
didn't play it like growing up?
no.
We used to play it like
They did it
all
in
the time.
class sometimes, but not the classes I was in. We played Heads Up, 7 Up.
Okay, heads up, 7 Up goes so hard
It
though.
goes so hard.
So hard.
Love that game.
Love it.
Stressful, scary sometimes, but would you ever pick your crush if you were the one that had to tap
Yeah, because
some
I'm trying to touch their fingers.
yeah.
Their nasty, grimy, disgusting fingers. It's been the
Dirt
dirt,
under the nails.
dirt under the nails, caterpillars.
Never washed after they get out of the
Were you
bathroom.
a caterpillar girl?
I was a
Did you
roly-poly girl.
did you collect them? Yeah. I used to collect all of them on my fingers.
Okay, I was not doing
I
that.
came back from recess and I had like all of them on my fingers.
I would
And
do
I'd
it
be
at,
like this.
at home, not during recess.
They're like, Eleni, you have to put them back.
Recess
I
was
was like,
my
please, please.
write a show time.
Oh, I love playing American Idol.
I was writing scripts when I was a child.
Oh, we used to play American Idol. Like we literally would play it.
Yeah.
It's funny. I would alternate recesses. Like most of my recess time was in the corner with the girls singing, like or making up dances and plays.
Mhm.
But I also had like an athletic side to me. So sometimes I would be playing games. I would be out there playing tetherball or Red Rover or
I love a good
kickball.
hopscotch.
Uh-huh.
That's about it for me.
We a little wall ball up in there.
You know, I was climbing the monkey bars till I broke my elbow, so that was the end of that.
Mm.
And I love a swing. We would all
Love the swing.
sprint to the swing sets. Whoever got
Love
there
it.
first, we're like, yes, we claimed it. We got it for
Yes.
the day.
How about I feel like or like back in the day, back in the day, or like earlier in elementary school when like boys used to like chase you, like the chasing. Did you guys not play tag and chase each other?
I I don't think so. I wasn't
Really?
doing that. I didn't have friends who were boys unless they were gay.
Oh, well, like I feel like chasing was a thing. Maybe that's what got me into running, was running away from these.
I wasn't running.
Running. We also had this like balance beam thing.
Oh my god, you remember is that the seesaw, this thing?
Yeah, seesaw.
I love that thing. I wish
Yeah,
I
that
was
went
tiny
hard.
enough that I could still do it.
Wait, we had one in at our church.
Mm.
Our church playground went so hard. We played the lava game.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
I love that dome thing that you can climb on. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's just like a giant dome. I guess if monkey bars were all in a dome.
I know what you're talking about. I never had one of those. I didn't have the
Oh,
luxury of that.
I'm sorry.
Our playground was really weird in elementary school. It was very small. And then there was like the cement for the wall ball or for the not four corners, what was the ball? It was the ball game. I cannot believe I'm forgetting what the name of this is.
It's not four corners?
Foursquare.
Foursquare. Yeah.
Yeah, Foursquare. Foursquare. Oh my God. Um, yeah, and then it was just a big field. Like, it was just a huge
We had a
field.
giant field, but we had, like, a giant swing set
Mm.
area. We had, like, a giant jungle gym thing
I
and then a
actually
small
I don't
play
even know
set.
if we had a swing set when there was 2 playgrounds, like, one for the little kids and one for, like,
There
everyone
was another
else.
on the opposite side of it was a
Uh,
small one for that.
yeah, the one I used in elementary school for most of it, that playground had the swing set and the monkey bars. Oh, man, and that's where I found all the caterpillars, and I it was a lot more it was dirt there, so I could dig and find,
Mm.
um wow, I
I
don't
love swinging on a swing set.
wow, I feel like you need to go to the park.
I know.
You know, they have a great swing set in the park. It's not too far from here.
Central Park?
Yeah, I've been on that swing set many times.
Guess I
I
do
I
need
went
to
in
give it
July and
a
I was
whirl.
crying swinging.
That's the best
It's
thing to
so freeing.
do. It's
How
so
about wait,
freeing.
how about when you're swinging and then when you're at the top of the swing, you just jump
Jump
off?
off, but I get scared to do it now because 'cause I'm afraid I'm gonna break something.
Yeah, we can't do it now. But when I was a little kid, I'd just fucking jump.
No, so many kids broke stuff
Yeah, I never
jumping
did. I
off.
landed right on my feet.
I never broke anything, but
Oh man, we would do that in Girl Scouts.
you just felt like you were like a superhero.
Yeah, I was just incredible. I was like, I stellar.
Wow. How did we get here? I'm so sorry, guys. Our
Yeah, I
tangent
actually
about
have no
playgrounds.
idea how we got into the playground conversation.
Oh, God.
Wait, I didn't literally almost forgot we were recording a podcast.
It's literally almost midnight. Okay, guys, leave us alone.
I literally am in nostalgia thinking about the fucking
Full
recess time.
nostalgia right now.
Oh my god, I loved it though. I loved it. I loved it so
Let
much.
us know what you loved about your time, your recess time. What were you
Oh,
guys doing?
I went through so many you go through so many phases.
Oh, for sure. There
So
was a
many.
whole period where we're just like, can we just play on the stage inside instead of go out?
Wait, did you have recess like in middle school though? Because we did.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's back when I was like had my a boyfriend and then
I
like all you
think.
would do is like sit on opposite sides of bleacher. Like you wouldn't play games really. You would just kind of like sit and
Oh,
talk.
yeah. But like we didn't, I don't think there was a playground. It was literally
Yeah.
just like the open field
Yeah.
and like maybe a basketball court
Yeah.
and the baseball,
Yeah,
like
sometimes we
kickball.
would
And
go to the like they would like take us to the parking lot and they'd be like,
yeah, it would literally be like parking lot, field, basketball court, like all together.
"Oh my god."
But it was like lunch and recess. You could
Mm.
either stay inside and just keep
Oh,
talking at the tables or
I had a crush on my teacher. Mm.
oh my god, I
He's
wish I
so
could remember this
fine.
man's name. I wanna look him up so bad. I had the hottest media teacher in high
Mm.
school.
Mm.
He was so and he loved me because
Mm.
I was so good at making them graphics, making them
Mm.
videos.
Mm.
That was supposed to go to school for that because of that man. But then I said, "You know what? I wanna sing instead." But he was so fine. He was running the hockey team. He was
Oh,
trying to start a hockey
y'all had
team
a
for
hockey team?
they didn't, but he started a hockey club
Oh,
because
cute.
he liked to play hockey.
I was like, "What y'all doing
God,
playing
I wish
hockey?"
brown hair, blue eyes,
Oh,
tall.
I had so many crushes on my like so many teachers.
That was high school though, I wanna
Like,
clarify.
no, middle school, I had a crush. I was like, "I'm crazy. This is
Middle
crazy."
school,
I was like, "Why am I 13? And why is he 30?" But it's fine.
I can't think of anyone in middle school.
What a time.
Wow.
Some nostalgia.
Whew.
Reflecting on the past, and as we go forward, we're bringing in all types of chaos.
I feel like you were trying to make that into a quote, but it didn't
Oh, no,
work.
I definitely that should not be quoted. It definitely should
We
not be quoted.
reflect on the past to look forward to the future.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank you for that's a quote. Use that by Whitney Daniels. All right, guys, that's all we got.
Oh my god, I've gotta
So
eat some Ben& and Jerry's. I need it now.
oh, yeah, 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 and let's watch Wicked. Guys,
Yeah,
we're all
guys.
watching Wicked for, like, the
Buy
17,000th time.
Wicket so that you can get the commentary from Ariana and Cynthia and John M. Chu
Yes.
and get all the deleted scenes. That's what we're gonna
Yes.
finish watching.
So that's what we're gonna do. But you know what to do. Watch Traitors next week if you haven't. Hopefully we caught you up.
Yeah, keep going.
Yes. And that's really all I had to say. Just
Oh,
be on it.
perfect. Yeah,
Be
be
on it.
on it, and then
We
I
gave you
will
the shows that you
say
need to watch.
right, I'm gonna do my best to keep to a posting schedule. For right now, the episodes will air or our episodes will come out on Mondays. But then once The Bachelor starts, that's on January 27th, then I will try and make new episodes come out every Friday so that our episode will be out before the next Bachelor episode comes out. So yeah, be on the lookout. Like, comment, subscribe.
Welcome to season 2.
Welcome to season 2 of Reality Showgirls, and we will see you all
next week.
Bye.